Guys, I hope I'm visible. Can anyone confirm if I'm
Yes,
visible?
yes.
Yeah. So, good evening, everyone. My name is Ayush Sharma, and I am a Alpha Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador. I was selected by the community in January 2022. I welcome you all in this event, in which we will know about basic and intermediate level of Git and GitHub. Also, this is my first event, and I have no shame in saying that I am a bit nervous. In order to make this event filled with a complete bucket of knowledge, I have prepared all the contents I'm going to cover in this event and will be sharing you for an hour. I have made these notes so that I don't miss on any point related to the technology. If anyone present in the meeting feels any point is not to the mark, just feel free to drop a message in the chat box, which will be really helpful for me in organizing upcoming events. Uh, so let's start. Let me just share my screen. Can anyone confirm is my screen is visible?
Yes,
I hope
visible.
it's visible. So let's start with what is Git and why is it so popular. So Git is most popular version control system in the world. Why is it? Because Git is almost everywhere. Git is free. Git is open source. It is scalable and also super fast. Um, More than 90% of software projects in the world use Git. That's why almost every job description of software development mentions Git as a requirement for the role. Then Git was created by Linus Torvalds. Linus Torvalds is also a creator of Linux, as we most of us know what Linux is. So Linux is an operating system. Um, which was created back in 90s. It was basically created to for organizing or for coding good stuff. It was also made open source by many companies like Red Hat and all. So the same person, Linus, also created Git in 2005. Git came out as a Linux development community, and it was designed to do the version control and Linux kernel. Goals of Git was it has high speed. It was comparatively more fast than other operating systems. Uh, it has a support for non-linear development. Like if you're working on a project and your friend is working simultaneously on that project on the same file or the same project, then you can work without any confusion or without any conflicts by creating parallel branches. It was fully distributed. It was able to handle large projects like very big code base are being uploaded on GitHub, which is a platform where you can manage all the Git repositories. Um, so this was all about Git. Let me just accept all the participants. Wait a second. Yeah, so let's continue. Now, another one. Now you may have a question bothering your mind that what is version control system? So let's move ahead and see what is version control system. So a version control system records changes made to your code over time in a special database called repository. We can look at our project history and see who has made what changes, when and why. If we screw something up, we can easily revert our project back to our earlier state. Without a version control system, we will have to constantly store copies of the entire project in various folders. This is very slow. It doesn't scale at all, especially if multiple people are to work on the same file of the project. So in the nutshell, if I were to conclude what is version control system, we can track our project's history and work together. So version control system also records the changes of file or set over time so that you can recall specific version later. It allows you to revert selected files, as I mentioned earlier, using VSC, which is also known as version control system. Generally means that if you screw things up or lose files, you can easily recover them. You can go back in the history and then work on that. Let me give an example. If you are working on a project and then you are thinking to implement a new feature in the project, and you have implemented it, but then you see that it is creating a little bug, or if it is not working that fine, or it is not working the way as you wanted. So you can go back in the history, or you can go back to the last commit where you started building the feature, and then you can work on the previous version of the project in order to make it more efficient, in order to make the project working more smoothly. So this is all about version control system. So there are basically two types of version control system. The first one is centralized system. In centralized system, all team members connect to a central server to get the latest copy of the code and to share their changes with other subversion. Microsoft Team Foundation Server are example of centralized version control system. The problem with the centralized architecture is the single point of failure. If the server goes offline, we cannot collaborate or save snapshot of our project. So we have to wait until the server comes back online. So basically, this means that you are having one server, and all the code or all the history or all the changes to the server, changes to the code are uploading to this server. If this server goes offline, then you cannot change anything in your copy, because your access to the code has been disconnected because this server has went offline. So this was a major drawback in the centralized version control system. The next version control system which comes is distributed version control system. In distributed system, we don't have these problems. Every team member has a copy, as you can see in the picture. There is a server computer, then there is a computer A and computer B. So these two are the copies of the main server. Uh, so as I said that every team member has a copy of the project with its history on their machine. So we can save snapshot of our project locally on our machine if the central server is offline. We can synchronize our work directly with others. Git and Maricular are the examples of distributed version control system. So Git falls under the distributed version control system. Going back to the centralized worker system, as you can see in this picture, the versions are controlled according to the main server. If the main server is updated, then you have to work on that server. So this was also a drawback. Subversion, CVS, Perforce are the example of centralized version control system. A central server repository, also known as repo, holds the official copy of the code. The server maintains the sole version history of the repo. You can make checkouts of it on your local copy. You can also locally modify. You can change the version. When you are done, you can check in, and then check-in are being maintained or being reflected in the main code. Then again, coming to the distributed version control system, as I mentioned, Git and Maricular are the best example of distributed version control system. So you don't check out from a central repo, you just clone it. You pull all the changes which is being made on the server, you start working on it, then you reflect the change or you push the changes which you have made. Your local repo is a complete copy of everything on the remote server. Don't worry, your repo is as good as theirs. So you can fetch data anytime if you feel like the main code has been updated or something. You can check in out of the local repo. You can commit your changes, as I said, and then when you are done with your working on the project, you can push back the changes. Just let me admit. So there's no one. Okay. Let's continue. Now next comes is installing Git. So I will be dropping all these comments in the chat box, all these links in the chat box. If you are willing to, or you are, as I mentioned in the description of the event, that we are going to learn while doing approach. So I will be dropping these links in the chat box. If you are willing to download, then you can install Git on the go. So to install Git, you have to or you can directly type on the Google that install Git. Then this is the official website of Git. You can go here. You can install Git for your laptop or operating system. Like mine is Mac, so this is giving me the option to download for Mac. You also have the option for downloading it for Windows, Linux, and or you can directly just this is the main repository of GitHub. You can in order to get started with GitHub, you can just or get started with the GitHub git command, which is clone, which is used to create or which is used to bring the main project which is being uploaded on the GitHub to your local system. Command is being used. You can install it anytime if you want. So let me just drop this link in the chat box. If anyone is going on starting with me, then you can just click the link and then install it. So this Git has already been installed in my system. If you are done with installing the Git, you can just go to your terminal. So terminal is a way, or this is how you can manipulate your folders or files. We have terminal for Mac. We also have CMD for Windows. So if your Git is being installed, you can just type in Git, and then if you are receiving this um, response from your terminal, then you know that Git has been installed in your local system. Then I also have one link, free online book. So this is the online book which is being uploaded on the main or the official website which we saw just now. In order, if you are willing to learn from it, you can learn directly by clicking this link. I will be providing you this link. If Just let me just show you the PDF from which I took this link. So it was GitHub presentation. I got it from Washington. Wait, just a second. Yep. So I'm giving you the link of this PPT. You can just open the PPT and then you can go to any link if you want, which is being mentioned in the PPT. So this is the free online book, which is being uploaded, as I said. If you click on the link, you will be redirected to a new page. Let me just show you. So this is the link. So this is the book, online book, which is being uploaded to the official website of Git. You can see this is the content of the book. You can get started with version control system. You can read the history, what is Git, command line, and everything is being mentioned here. Just follow it, and then you will love it, and you will have fun while learning it. The next link which comes in handy is reference page of GitHub. You just so this is a page where Git is explained Git is explained on the official website of GitHub. So you can check this out. This also works very handy. This is also very helpful. If you are willing to learn, then you can just check that. So if you are installed with Git, or if you are ready to go, then this command comes in handy because suppose there are various commands of Git. If you are stuck anywhere and if you want to check any command, you can just type git help and the command name. Suppose if I want to check about commit, so I can just type commit, then press enter. All the information of the command which I want to know will be given to me by the terminal. As you can see, you can read everything. It is very easy. See, the name is git commit. We are reading about this. It also shows what this command does. It records the changes to the repository. There are many flags which we can use with this commit command. There's a nice description, options and all. There's many things to read. If you are interested, you can read. And if you are in this page and if you want to exit from this, you just have to hit Q, and then it will be exit from the description page, you can say. Then going to the next slide. After installing it, you have to configure it onto your local system. So this is the command by which you configure your username. This is the command by which you configure your email, and then after configuring it, you can check it by simply hitting this command git config -list, or if you want to check separately, then also you can check it. Like I have to git config, if I'm not wrong, this is the command, yes, git config user.email. Then if you hit enter, so this is my email which is being configured to the git, and this is being set by git locally to GitHub also. So if you are pushing any changes, it will be pushed through this email. So this was the basic configuration of git. Let me just check if anyone is, yeah, no one. Let's continue. So the next thing which I have also mentioned the link to all the git commands. See, there are many commands in git. This is a list to the git commands. I will also drop this link in the chat box. If anyone wants to check it out, just click this link. Yep. And then, so there are many commands. Like let me take the basic command, it is git version. So if you are going to hit this command, it will give you the version version installed in your local system of git. So mine is 2.32.0. Moving forward, I've also dropped a drive link to the GitHub cheat sheet. If you are willing to check more commands, or if you have already learned about Git and GitHub and you are willing to just revise it, you can just click this link, and then you will be getting a cheat sheet. Then you can know what you want to, or you can just take it as an help if you are short on time and you are willing to learn. Then moving forward, now these are some basic git commands. Like as we have already seen this config one. After installing it, you have to configure your git, like using git config. This is the global. If you are, means this is setting you globally for your complete local system. It will set your username, your email. Also, as I mentioned, git config -list. If you are going to hit, it will show you the list of all the commands. Git init, we are going to see shortly what git init does, what git status does, and all the add commands while we'll be creating repository and going through GitHub. So these are some basic commands. Now let me start with some basic Linux and Git commands. So let me just open my terminal. So if you are going, if you as you can see, there's a lot of mess on my terminal. If I want to clear this stuff, or I want a new terminal like in this page itself, so I have to just hit clear and enter. Now you might be wondering, is it all lost or something? No, it is just above. It has just made all the content shift above, and then created a new place for you to write your code. So now let me show you about a tool to GitHub. Like if you are new, if you are going to search GitHub on Google, you will be running into this page. If you are new, you can just sign up for GitHub, or if you have already signed up, you can just sign in like me. Just hit your username and then password. And then hit sign in. You will be signed in. So this is the landing page of GitHub. Here are some famous or the most active repository which you have worked. So all these repositories are linked here. The trending repositories according to your interest are listed here. So if you are free, or if you are willing to work on this repository, you can just definitely check it out. You can, if you are free, you can also contribute. You can check the code base and you can see what this project does. Also, then if this is your, if you're going to click on this small portion, then you will see this drop down. After going to your profile, after clicking to your profile, you will be landing on your page, which will show your detail. So you can give a nice bio if you want. You can link your location, email. If you are having a portfolio or any website, you can link it here. You can link your social handles here. This is the basic overview of your profile. These are the list, or these are the history of contribution we have made. If you're going to click on any of these, the contribution you have made will be listed. These are organized, or these are distributed over years, like on 2021 how much contribution did you do, and then 2022 how much contribution did you do. And then if you're going to click on this repository the repository option, then all the repositories which you either have worked on or have forked from um, any other project. So what forking is, we will see very shortly. So these are all the repositories which are being listed. If you are working on these, or if you are working on these, or you have forked, these are listed here. Then you can let me show you a simple example. If we click here, we are going back to the landing page. Then if I go to this repo, and then if I start this repo, suppose if I like this repo, I saw it in the explore page, I like this, and I want to work on it, then there are chances that I forgot the name or something. So if you are willing to work on it, you can just start it and then can easily find it here. Just go to your profile and then start repo. So you will find it here. So here is the repo which I have just started. So all the start repos are listed here. These are all the repos I have started. And now next come is, now let me start with basic terminal commands. So let me just come to hyper. This hyper is a external terminal which you can also download if you want. It is basically it makes works easy as it gives suggestions and many more options with terminal. So as you can see, this is the terminal. Let me show you how this terminal graphically works. So if I type the command pwd and I hit enter, this shows me where I am currently now. This is showing me the directly where I am currently. If I enter cd and desktop, so now I have come to a next repository, next directory. Cd is the command which is used to change the directory. Directory is easily explained is folders, you can say. Means I'm moving from a folder to another folder by this cd command. If I hit the command ls, this will show me the list of all the folders I have on in this folder desktop. So as you can see, this is my desktop, and all these folders are listed here, which like 100 days of JavaScript. So I have 100 days of JavaScript as well. So ls shows the list of all the list of all the projects which are in the particular project, or in which project you are. If I want to go next, if I want to move more further, so I just have to hit cd and I have to select any, or if you are willing, if you know already, then you can hit, or if let me just show you, or let me just go to date tree. Okay, so I hit the date tree. As you can see, this it was showing me suggestion. So this is what hyper does. You can just modify your ZSS file according to yourself, then it will show you the suggestions. You can just so I'm changing the directory to date tree. If I hit enter, then as you can see, I have moved from desktop to date tree. So now I'm in the date tree folder. If I want to go back to the desktop, then I have to hit cd and dot with a space. If I hit enter, then I am back to the desktop folder. These were the basic commands of moving from one folder to another folder. Now let me just make a folder and then we will initialize a Git repository in it. Then empty Git repository. Then we will be going to create a new repository on by using graphical interface of GitHub. So mkdir is the command which is used to create a new folder, or you can say directory. So this is make directory. As you can read, it is very obvious that it might, or the person who created this command must have that in mind, that this is I am going with this command I'm going to create a directory. So if I hit anything, or if I want to create any folder with the name, so like let me just create a folder with the tutorial. Okay, now if I hit enter, then as you can see the folder is being created here. Now let me move to this folder. If I hit enter, cd tutorial, it will take me to the tutorial folder. So I'm now I'm in the tutorial folder. If I list anything here, so there's nothing in the tutorial folder. Now the next command which comes in handy is touch command. Touch command is used to create files. Like if I create names, let me just, yeah, now names.txt. So if I hit enter and now I do ls, so now you can see there is a file name names.txt. Let me just check if, yeah. So a new file is being created with names.txt. Now, if you open it graphically here, as you can see, there was this is a folder which we created, and this is the file which we created. Let me just put it here, and then okay. Now, if I hit any command here, you will see the changes being reflected on right side. So if I create another file like test.txt and I hit enter, as you can see, new file is being created. Now suppose you want to edit this file through command line. So you can hit another command which is known as vi, and then the name of the file, names.txt, right enter. As you can see, this is showing me the vi command, shows you the interface by which you can edit the file through command line. So I have to hit I to change anything in the file. Like if I type this is just testing, and I have to hit escape, then colon W and Q to save and exit. Now I have saved and exit. Now if I open this file by double clicking it, you can see this is written, this is just testing. So I just edited it. I hope someone else is also willing to enter. Yep. Okay, so we have just created a folder, we have just created a file, and now we have also edited a file through command line using the code, or using the command vi. Now the next command which I want you to now let's work with flags. Okay, so as you can see, if I do ls here and I hit enter, then only two files are being seen graphically here, names.txt and text.txt. Now if I hit ls minus a, as you can see, this is minus a with space minus a. This is a flag which is going to list all the hidden files also. So as you can see, there are two hidden files and these two files. If I go back to the previous directory, cd dd, if I hit here ls minus a, it is going to show me all the hidden files as well. See this ds store, git, these are localized. These are all the hidden files which are not seen graphically, but they are present in the folder. So let's move back to the tutorial folder. Yeah. Let's now the next command which I want you to see is we are going to see the change by double clicking on this file. Like but I don't want to do this. I want to see it here itself in the command line. So I have another command which is cat and then the name of the file. So if you just hit enter, so this is the thing which we have edited. This is just testing. So these are all the commands, basic commands which one should know before starting with Git and so this is the pwd command which shows where or in the which where is your head, suppose where you are currently in all the in your system. So cd is the command used to change the directory. Mkdir is the one by which you make the directory. Ls is the command by which comes in handy by for listing all the directory in particular directory. Touch is the command to make to create a new file. Vi is to edit. Then we have also worked with flag, that is -a. Cd dot is the command through which you go to the previous directory. Or now suppose if you want to go to the main directory, then you have to just hit cd and dot, then sorry cd, I guess cd dot, yep, cd, yeah, cd you have to hit, and then you will move back to your initial directory where the terminal started. Now the next command is remove. So let me just move back to the desktop folder. Yeah, I have one. See, I have one ds store here. So this file is being this file is temporary file or the default file which is being created by Mac. Now I want to delete this file. Okay, so I have to just run rm -rf. So this is remove with force and then the file name. So if I mention store, I hit enter. So now I just oh, yes, one more thing. If you have a good summary or the good history of your code, you can just hit upper arrow to go to the previous command which you have if you have run on the terminal. And then if I have to go to the more previous, then I have to just keep hitting the upper arrow. So if I do this, it is not deleted, I guess. This is the default. This cannot be deleted. Let me check one more. No. Yep, I guess this is the default one. It cannot be deleted. So let's move to the next command. Then now let us initialize an empty Git repository in the tutorial folder. So to do that, I have to move to the folder. So to change the directory, this is the command cd. Then I have to hit enter. Then I have moved to the or I have changed the directory to tutorial. Now I have to hit git init. Git init is the command to initialize an empty repository. So if I hit enter, as you can see, this is showing me that initialize an empty Git repository, and this is the location of the folder or the file. So as you can see, this command has created one .git file, or and we cannot see it. So as I mentioned, if you hit ls with the flag -a and hit enter, it will show you all the hidden files which are in the project. Okay, so this is completed. Now let us see now let us see the git commands. So if I hit git or let me just frame like this. Now if you are going to work in this project, how will you know what files you have edited or what files is being deleted or what files have been created? So you won't be able to know it. So there is a command known as git status which comes in handy. If if I create touch, touch is a command used to create a file. If I create another file like checking .tst and I hit enter, so there is another file, as you can see here, it is being created. If I hit git status now, so status is the command which is as it as it has in its name, that it is used to see all the changes which is being made to the project. If I hit enter, then you can see all these files which have been edited by me or which have been created by me. As you can see, these are the untracked files. Like I have only edited it and have not saved or something like that. So if you hit git status, all the untracked files are being listed. Now let me change files content also. So I have to do vi and then checking.txt. If I do hit enter, I hit I, then I can change it. Now I just have to enter anything like this is just for working, and if I hit escape, then column and wq, if I enter, then it has been saved and edited. Now if I hit git status, as you can see, it is showing me again that only untracked files. I have not done anything. I have just edited the file. So in order to save it, or in order to let me take an example. If there is a person and or if there is a marriage, then there are many people, but there are people who have not clicked their images with the one who are being married. So staging is the termed word which comes in handy. Like if I hit git add dot, this is the command which is used to stage all these files in a single go. But if I want to stage any one file, then I have to enter the file name. Like if I want to only stage names.txt, then I have to hit names.txt. Then if I hit enter, and now if I hit git status, so as you can see, changes to this are being staged. So the changes which I have made in the names.txt are being staged, but these two files are not being staged. So like this person has went on the stage to take to have a photo, but these two are just still waiting. So like if I want to stage these two together, so this is the command git add dot. If you are going to hit git add and dot, then all the files which is being present in the folder are staged in a single go. So if I hit git status again, then as you can see, all the files are being staged. Now how to know which person has already clicked the photo with the one's getting married, and so how is this possible? So there is another command which comes in handy. It is git commit -m and then the message. So it is this command is used to ensure or to permanently save, as you can say, to permanently save the changes which you have made. So like if I hit the git commit -m and then a message. So this is the command. So git for calling the git commands, commit is the command which we want to use, and then if I enter any -m is for message. If any commit message you want to give by change, like if you are adding any feature, if like if you are working on web development and you have created a nice little header, then you want to just know, or you want to let the project admin know that what changes you have created. You just commit with the message, the change which you have done. So like if I commit with anything, like just for if I just enter anything fun, if I hit enter, so as you can see now all these files are committed or being saved, if I were to say in the simple language. So all the files are being committed. So this was the commit command. I have covered CI as well. Now let me just make some more commits to show you another next command. Let me just create more file. Touch. What should I say? I use .txt touch and .txt. So as you can see, I have created more two files. Now if I hit git status, it will show me that these two files are being created but not staged or saved. Or so in order to stage them, I have to hit git add dot. I have to hit enter, and these are being staged. To check it or to cross check it, git status. Yeah, it is been staged. Now I have to hit git commit -n and then commit message. Let me change like anything. You can enter anything, or if you are working on a big project, you should enter the message relevant to the issue on which you are working, or the changes which you have made. But just for showing you, I'm entering anything. So this is also being committed. Now if I want to see the history, or if I want to see all the commits or commits which I have made, so there is a command known as git log. You enter. So this is the history. This is the commit history which I have made. So this was my previous one which was made, and this is my new one. This is the ID, which means every commit has an ID, unique ID. So this is the unique ID. As you can see, fun was the message which I entered in the previous command, and M was in the latest commit. Just hit Q and then you will be exited. So git log has also been covered. Now let me just give you a walkthrough of GitHub, how to create a repository on GitHub, and how to upload, or how to work with the GitHub repo which you have created, and how to clone it into a local system, how to fork and all things. So let me just show you a big project of React. So if you are going to search any repo, any of your friends repo or any big repo, then you can just search it here. Like I am going to show you React, which is a framework. It is used to build responsive web pages or web applications. So this is React is of Facebook. So this is the project, or this is the repo which is being created by Facebook of complete framework. So if you with every big project, there is a README file with it. If you want to read about the technology, how to use it, how to contribute to the project, everything is mentioned in the README. You can just check it out, search it, and then start contributing. So this is the big, this is a very big code base. This is how you search repo. I've already shown you the star one. Now let us just create our own repo. So to create your own repo, you just have to go to your profile, go to repo, and then here is the option to create a new repo. Just click on this option. Then you can just give the repo name as this is, let me just give an event. So I have given this name of the event. You can include, you can also give the permission if you want your repo to be public, you want your repo to be private, anything. If you are going to give it a private one, then only you will be able to see the repo, and you will be only be able to make the changes to the projects. If you are going to hit the public option, then everyone who is going to visit your profile will be able to see the repo, and everyone publicly can contribute to the repo. So these are the three options. Add README file, as I showed, as I did show you just now, the React one, so that all the written tutorial or the written what should I say, tips to contribute or the tips to use the technology has been mentioned in README. Or if you are creating your own project, you can mention what this project does and everything related to the project. Git ignore is the file which is being mentioned in the project. This is usually created to ignore some files which you don't want to push on the GitHub. Like if you're not willing to push the build file onto your GitHub, then you just have to include the file in your git ignore, and then it will not be pushed to your GitHub. There are many licenses. So the famous one is Apache license. So let me just ignore the README, and because this is the easiest way to create a repo and then push your content to the repo. So if I hit create repo, then this will show me the steps which I should take to push the content of my repo. See, as I have already done Git init, that I have already initialized an empty repo in my directory. Then next one is, if I want to add a readme, I can definitely add a readme by hitting this command. Then I have to change it. So let's just ignore readme one and copy this command, paste it. Just remember to change the folder in which you want to initialize your Git repository and whose content you want to push on the GitHub. So this is the one I want to push on the GitHub. So I just have to paste it here. I have to hit enter. See, this was a commit command. I have already committed it. Um, all the when I was showing you the commit command, I have already committed. You just have to, or let me just show you. So if I'm going to create a new file, suppose I have event is the name, event.txt. Okay, now this is the initial phase. Like this is the phase you are in this stage, like you want to push from here. So now what you have to do is you have to git add dot in order to stage all the files which is there. I have already done the commits on this um, directory. Then also if I copy this, I paste it here, I hit enter. So this file, the event file is being saved or is being committed with this message, first commit. Now now I have to just follow the instruction which is being listed here. I have to just copy it, to just paste it here, enter. So this is a branch which is being created. Usually nowadays people use the branch main with the a name main. Previously it was used with master. So what are branches? So in simple words, if I were to say, suppose there is a project or there's a website like Facebook. So the all the code which is being seen by you is on the main branch. The working of all the main code is being done on main branch. Now suppose if you want to contribute to Facebook, or if you want to, if you have discovered any new bug and you are willing to change it, or you think you can modify anything in the Facebook code base. So it is being advised to create a new branch and then work with the separate branch, which in order to not reflect the bad commits, or the, like, if any mistake you have done. So in order to avoid that what should I say, in order to avoid that mistake, mistake. So in order to avoid that mistake, you just create a new branch, you work on that branch, and when you think that yes, the code is perfectly fine, it is working smoothly, it is showing all the, or the feature is very working very finely and excellent, then you can merge it afterwards. So as you can see, I have given the branch name main. It was master initially. As you can see, it was master initially. Then I changed the name to main. As you can see, now the name has been changed to main. Now I just have to copy the another one, copy it and paste it here, and I hit enter. So what this command does is, git is the one used to let terminal know that we are going to use a git command. Remote is the one that which enables it, or which makes git notify that we are going to work with URLs. Add is the one that we are going to use. We are going to add an URL. Origin is the one to add this URL. So origin basically is used when you are working with your own repos, like the one which is being named with, like this is my ID. So yes, this is my ID, and the repo is being created on this ID. So origin works when the repo is being created on your ID. There is also a command known as git remote add upstream. Upstream is the one, if you are going to fork any other repo, then let me just show you how you fork first. So if you are going to anything like I think I have not forked yet, if I am correct. Yep. So this is how you fork. So what fork does is it creates a copy of this code in your ID, you can say. So you can like when I told you can work on the separate branch. So this also works a bit same. You just fork it. So a copy is being created, the decentralized one which we learned, decentralized version control system. A copy is being created. You work on this repo. You change. You see if the change is working fine. Yep. You commit. You push. You then you just do a PR. PR is a gentle or yep, gentle request which is being made to the project admin with all the changes you have done. Now it's in the hands of the admin if he wants to um, add it, or if you want to see what changes you have done, he reviews it and then merges the code into the main branch, so that you can, after that you can see the changes you have made on the main branch. So if I just hit fork here, as you can see, it is asking me on which ID I want to fork it. I just hit this one. Now you can see this project is being forked, and it has made an copy of this main project, the main repo Facebook React with my name of Super Ayush to React. So this is the repo. This is my repo, or you can say this is the copy which I created from Facebook React. Now let's. So this is a big project. It will take time to clone. Let me just clone this. To work with clone, I have. Okay, just never mind. I will just delete this project and then clone it. So this is how you work. So if I were to work on this project, I would also hit a command git remote add upstream and the URL which is being mentioned here. So this is how you check the URL. This is the URL. This is the main URL of this project. Then if I were to work on this main project, then I would also set an upstream URL and then start working on the project. Moving on, we have is back to our repo of event. If we are going to hit it, then we did it till here. Then the next command is just copy, paste. Now this command is going to push all the content in this folder to the repo. See, if I hit enter, as you can see, it is pushing. It is calculating the objects. 9 are it has done. It is transferring the data and being transferred to the main branch. See, now how this command works is git is the one you are indicating to the command line that we are using git. Push is the one which is used to push the content to the origin. U is the all the content. Origin is the one we are indicating it where we want to push it to the origin or to the upstream. We cannot push to the upstream because upstream is the project from where we have forked. We have no permissions to push directly to the upstream. We can only push it to the origin. Main is the one indicating the branch with which branch we want to push. And now if you are going to this repo and just reload it, you will see all the files being uploaded. Yes, as you can see, with all the commits name as well. So this is how you push. Now let me just show you how to clone it. If I just clear my terminal, and then if I delete this folder, yep, so it is deleted. Now if I want to work on that project itself, so this is the one which I want to work with. I just have to grab this URL. I have to copy it. I just have to end it. I just have to move back to the previous directory because the tutorial one has already been deleted, or it is being recommended if you just restart the terminal. If I just restart it and go to the desktop, and the command is git clone and then paste the URL of the repo you want to work with. If you hit enter, then it is cloning, and then you can see the repo is here. Now you can just go to the repo, cd event, hit enter, You have moved to the event repo, and then you can change anything you want. Now, how to, as I mentioned, it is advised to work on the next branch or the separate branch. So if I hit git branch, it will list all the branch which I have created. So there is no branch, only main branch which is being created by me while pushing the content. In order to create branch, there are two commands. You can use any of it, like git checkout -b. If I so this is the one, git checkout. Git is the one to use to call git. Checkout is the one to check out of the current branch which we are in. -b is to create the branch. If I hit any name like event and I hit enter, as you can see, switch to a new branch event. And now if I hit enter git branch, now you can see there are two branches. One is event and one is main. So this was all I wanted to mention. GitHub, we have already covered GitHub. GitHub is a site. It is an online site only, which is used to store Git repositories. You can create your repo as we did. We can push. We can store open source projects. In order to know what is open source, I would recommend you to just go to this URL. Oh, sorry. Yep, you can go to this URL and check out. This is a very nice blog, which is being written by Kushwaha. He's also a very good contributor of the community, a very good developer, we can say. You can just go to the link and then read what he has mentioned everything about open source. You can read it and you will find it very fun. Then if you want to learn more about Git and GitHub, you can just hit this link and then see the very nice video. This is from where I have learned the Git and GitHub. Yeah, that was all from my side. Thank you, everyone. If you have any questions or any suggestions related to the event, please feel free to just open your mic and just share it with me. Anyone? No one? So if you can just turn on your cameras, if anyone can turn on the camera in order to share in on the socials. I just have to take a screenshot. If anyone can, if you are, totally comfortable. Can anyone turn? No one. Let me take this screenshot.
I'm opening it.
Okay, then I will take another one. Yep. So let me just take a screenshot. Yep. Thank you so much, Jadip.
Welcome.
So any suggestions or anything which you want to suggest or any questions related to the event, just feel free to drop in on the chat box, or you can just open your mic and ask. So there are still 3 minutes left. Okay, so no one, then I'm going to end this meeting. Thank you everyone for joining. It was great fun. You can you can just check the chat box, all the links mentioned here anytime if you are willing to learn more. Thank you everyone. I'm just going to end it.